At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. And man, the question is the pain over or has it just begun? And are we going down lower? Bitcoin's now over 62.7. We got to 63.2. So what a difference a couple days makes. You know, we were talking 2 nights ago about how we're probably going to come down one more time and probably touch 55. But the bulls, they said, bears, go to sleep. Bears, get back in your dens, go hibernate, because it's bull season now. I mean, everything's green. I mean, except for Suey. Who the hell's in Suey? Except for Chris and Trent over there. Shout out to Sweet Coon. They're crushing it. I'm just kidding. But top 100, what is it? Memes. Memes. Leading the way in the top 100. You know, H-bar, 8%. The graph, the AI, stacks. That upgrade just got completed. So the memes over there are about to start pumping. I went over and set up a Stacks wallet. They got 5 or 6 meme coins over there, like Welsh Corgi coin, Rock, Play, Orge, ORNJ, BRC20. I have no idea. They're just complete shit coins, but that's what's making money right now. And I'm not going to miss out on these crazy gains. You got to go where the degens are. Unless you can just find these gems that are up, like Polytrade, almost 20% in a day. Creo, Propy, OXO. Let's go. Glad to see XNA is up. You know, I was kind of getting worried about this coin. It's an AI play. I mean, I only threw like $150 at it. Nothing big at all. But it was down a lot. I mean, I was down about 40%. So starting to get nervous. But it's good to see that's coming back. AI Power Grid, LAI, GPU, Spectra. They're all coming back hard. Yeah, Toncoin. That's right. Gugad called it. Yes, sir. While I was sleeping, Gugad was hard at work. He's got the charts. He's got the cheat codes. He's got the freaking leverage trading exchanges reaching out to him, trying to figure out how he's beating them. So shit is crazy out there in the crypto streets. STDs, BTFDs, and RICO cases. Bro, what are we talking about here? Jesus. This can't be real life right now. Alien LP web thicken. Could be nothing. Or it could just be a 20% pump out of the blue. Everything on Pulse Chain is dumping right now. Not Alien. Alien, I think, has bottomed. You know, look at that 5-minute chart. It's beautiful. But yeah, look at that. I would say we broke the downtrend. I think that's confirmation. So Alien's off to the firmament. Let's go. Hopefully PTGC, 808, Burn, Liquid, UFO, Stimulus. For you guys, it's Pulse Chain is where it's at. If you love DeFi, what up, Bobby? Fox Mulder thinks it's a bull trap. We aren't done red yet. I disagree, bro. I was kind of bearish the other night, and I said, you know, we're probably going to come down. I said we're going to chop sideways and then come down, but we didn't chop at all. We just came right back up. Yeah, God, you like that 5-minute chart, don't you? Alan does. Yeah, Alan loves the 1 minute. So Bitcoin's price rebounds, smashes 100 million in shorts. I think that was the one thing I wasn't looking at that I should have been looking at is the heat map and where were all the bets? Was everyone long or was everyone short? And clearly everyone was overly short. And that's when the squeeze comes. I got to get a site from God that shows the long and short meters. I'm sure I'll find them anyway. But yeah, this is what it's all about. It's about hunting the leverage. How do we extrapolate as much money as possible from retail? 100 million in short positions for cryptos have been liquidated. Oh, on CoinGlass. All right, perfect. There we go. Yeah, there we go. God just hit me up. Look at that. Instant data. So look at he's got the AI that sends the heat maps right back. Look at that. You gotta love AI. Look at this. Technology is a great thing. Pepe, Nuked, Bonk, Floki. It's all memes, guys. All shitcoins. Optimism. Longs and short. Oh no, longs. Wow. Oh no, never mind. Sorry. These are the longs out now. I gotta learn how to there we go. This is what I'm looking for. Binance and OKX. Don't trade there. They're coming for you hard. Forex. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, shout out to the leverage traders. Good job getting wrecked. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I think the ETFs are opening up around the world now. Like Bitcoin is clearly the place to go. Everything is about to get smoked, I think. I don't think the stock market is going to really pump hard. But who the hell knows, guys? We're in a new world. It's just complete delusion and money printing. Everything's out the window. You can't look at the 70s anymore. You can't even look at 2000 anymore. I mean, ever since 2020, we're in like a new state of insanity and just money printing and MMT gone bad. Keynesian economics, yeah. The dollar won, but might the US lose control of the dollar? Guys, this was a really interesting article coming from Consensus. And we know they're behind MetaMask, that new Foxy airdrop that we got over there on Linea. That's the next place to go, maybe. Stacks. Was it Mantle? No, Mantle. I can't even remember. There's so many different chains that you try to front run if you want to make money. It's hard to cycle. Just this. Oh, I'm just gonna throw a dart and make 100x. That shit's gone. I mean, you got to be in and out of these memes and on to the next. The dominance of the U.S. dollar is hard to overstate at the moment. We've been talking about PDI since last summer, doing the homework, going down rabbit holes, trying to figure out who's behind this, who's doing what's on the blockchain, what evidence is there. And I can tell you, since last summer to now, man, it's crazy that there's not more people seeing the picture here. What's going on? Stable coins are the most important thing in crypto. Every bank is going to start launching their own deposit tokens. Whether you're at Citibank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, KeyBank, whatever, you're going to have your deposit token for that bank. And every stable coin will be interoperable with them. So as long as DAI is good on Ethereum, we have PDAI on Pulse Chain. As long as there's liquidity for the other DAI, or it's the same you can just bridge it over, swap for DAI, and then go to your bank. Like, it's not going to be a problem, guys. They're going to start accepting all crypto. Their schemes, their scams, manipulating gold, silver, real estate, CMBSs, CMB shits. the scam's over. They need to start making money on fees. I think they see on BlackRock how much money they're making on the Bitcoin fees. And then imagine with Ethereum, you could take it to the next level. Bitcoin's already the first deflationary, or no, yeah. Well, no, I can't say it. It's the first asset that they can't just go create more of. It's very, very limited inflation, with gold, with real estate, with commodities. You can always just go get more. Bitcoin can't really do that. There's never been an ETF like that. So when ETH comes out, you now have the first deflationary ETF ever. So they're going to make fees on the trading, and then they're going to take the real ETH and stake it and earn that 5%. So that 5%, a native yield plus price appreciation plus fees on trading, all the paper products, they're going to be able to probably come out on top. And then they're going to start making stupid deals where people give away their crypto, where you go to your bank and there's a loan you want or whatever, and they say, hey, you know what? Shit, give us some Ethereum and we'll give you that loan for 20% off. Give us some Bitcoin, give us some Pulse Chain. We'll give you 25% off your first loan. They're going to come out with creative ways to suck the crypto out of hodlers' hands. It's inevitable. So what Pulse Chain over here, we have the alternative to this beast. This article is really interesting, guys. The US dollar is the preferred choice for international business transactions at a level that's even larger than the US economic position. Guys, the world needs dollars around us. All their currencies are collapsing way faster. They're so unstable. You can't do anything with it. You don't even want to hold it. South America, huge problems. And it's going to start spreading. Turkey, there's a bunch of countries. Japan, they're screwed right now. The U.S. economy represents about 25% of the global output, a level that has been stable for over 40 years. An astonishing achievement when you consider the rapid growth achieved in China, parts of Asia, and Europe. When it comes to global finance, though, the dollar is even more important than the U.S. economy. The BIS, Ripple Partner, estimates that the U.S. dollar is used in 90% of all international payments and settlements, with 40% of all invoiced in U.S. dollars. In the world of blockchain stablecoins, the U.S. dollar represents 99% of all stablecoin transactions. Tether, USDT, and the leading players are both USD backed and based on Ethereum. They have to throw that in there. Isn't USDC native on Stellar now? Isn't USDC native on Hedera now? It's so funny how they mislead like this. All these US dollar transactions put much of the world's financial infrastructure within reach of the US regulators. And they're all 80-year-old boomers that are just out of touch with reality. Maxine Waters talking about crypto is a freaking embarrassment, guys. Most of these US dollars are electronic, and consequently, they all have ties back to the US banks and in turn, eventually regulators and the Fed. The extraterritorial nature of the US law and the reach of its US institutions and digital networks makes it very difficult to transact in dollars without encountering US regulations. There'll always be cash. The dollar dominance gives the U.S. considerable power in the global markets, especially when it comes to sanctions. Banks wary of being cut off from 90% of all global payments are going to follow U.S. directives, whether they are binding or not. Other countries have to try to supplant the dollar, largely without success. Gaddafi, Cuba. Synthetic dollars are dollar-denominated stablecoins that contain no dollars. Instead, they are digital tokens that are pegged to the dollar in value, but backed by a mix of real digital assets and managed by an algorithm to maintain a peg with the dollar. In the world of blockchain, these are known as algorithmic stablecoins. Guys, that's the future right there. You can hear it from the obscure crypto gems, pulse trends, those spaces they have. And they talk about how the dollar is what's holding back the next evolution of crypto. And this algorithmic stablecoin, I don't know if it's going to be backed with commodities, real estate, the world's largest diamond. I don't know what you could back it with. I'm not that smart, but I trust Richard is. Algorithmic stablecoins aren't perfect and they aren't risk-free because they are dollar denominated, but often don't consist of dollars. They can lose their peg with the US dollar. Wait, can't Tether lose its peg with the dollar? Oh, yeah. Sometimes this happens because of fraud. But it can also happen when the underlying assets change rapidly in value. That's why Richard Hart plans to recollateralize PDI with, I would think, a different mechanism. In periods of high market turmoil and uncertainty, this happens. Synthetic dollars, in effect, can cost more than real dollars because you need to overcapitalize your collateral in order to avoid the risk. Well, don't you think fractional reserve banking has kind of got us into the little pickle we're in right now? Despite these risks, quite a few blockchain-based digital assets have been established with a peg to the US dollar. The DAI from MakerDAO is probably the most successful of these, though its backing today includes some US dollar assets. Look at this. There are others, however, that are pegged purely based on cryptocurrencies and other digital assets that do not connect with the dollar. Widespread availability of these assets could alter the regulatory landscape for individuals, companies, and governments, allowing them to transact in the world's standard currency of choice while remaining outside the U.S. regulatory structure. It's the best of both worlds. The petrodollar grows without people realizing it. This will be particularly useful when those people want to move money across borders or buy goods that are globally priced in dollars, such as oil. Interesting. Not everyone wants a synthetic stablecoin. Only all people do, though. Their share of the market is relatively small, partially backed with US dollar denominated assets. When it comes to risk and cost, a US dollar stablecoin that is backed with US dollars, which have just lost 25% of their value since 2020. Every dollar in your pocket's now worth 75 cents because the dollar, the Fed, the Treasury Department just keeps printing the shit out of them. But guys, you know what? This is the lower risk option, though. US dollar denominated assets like US Treasury bonds are by far the lowest risk option. Are you shitting me? Guys, how stupid are these people? When is this going to end, this nonsense world? An algorithmic stablecoin versus the Treasury Department, who now relies on Tether, a Ponzi scheme to buy their shitty bonds that no one wants? Are you kidding me? It's a joke. They have to now buy back their bonds and make guarantees that they'll be bought back at a certain rate because nobody wants them. It's clear that many users prefer this to other choices for that reason. Are these people are they drunk? I'm not going to say retarded, but I mean, guys, this is what happens when you have the pudgy penguin, Janet Yellen. You have Maxine Waters, a complete embarrassment. The guy up there making fun of, I don't even know what he was calling it. Making up, I don't even remember, the Brad Sherman. Like, the implications for U.S. policy are significant. Widespread adoption of these assets could diminish the power of sanctions and the reach of U.S. regulatory structures. Really? The sanctions that they just put on Russia and everybody fled to Tether and said, holy shit, Tether and OKX and KuCoin were our lifeline because Joe Biden's poopy pants self decides he's going to sanction us. And then it completely backfires. And now we shot ourselves in the foot because of it. They've all got stronger, all the BRICS nations. And we're going to sit here and just try to pull more sanctions. We just sanctioned Russia from the metals exchange in London. Like, what are we doing, guys? It's crazy. But here you go. The US dollar is more than just a currency. It's a strategic asset for the boomers in power. and a global symbol of us going to the moon and that 9-iron that's still up there that Neil and fuckface played golf with. That's worth protecting. Unbelievable. And you wonder why we're in this problem. I get shadow banned for telling the truth. If I was out here telling you to go leverage trade, go get drunk, doing live streams from the casinos, shilled right to the front. But telling the truth, nope. You get your 30 likes and your 250 views. It's so funny, guys. It's so funny. I don't care. I laugh at this shit because I know in the end we win. This shit just can't sustain. The CFTC commissioner, Johnson and Johnson proposes AI recommendations, looping in DeFi. Look at that smirk. Like she wants the best for you. That stupid smirk on her face. It's disgusting. In a speech delivered Friday, Johnson dismissed her concerns with people who are going to use AI to harm people. Maxine Waters, a Democrat from California, sent a letter to President Biden about his dementia, telling him he just shit his pants last time they met in public or they met in person. The CFTC, Kristen Johnson's proposed recommendations address AI in the financial markets. Really? The markets that Larry Fink is using AI to control everything? His Aladdin software that's controlling an $11 trillion empire so he can just sit back and do whatever the hell he wants? Okay. In a speech delivered at Rutgers Law School, Johnson outlined her concerns. Deploying AI in ecosystems running on blockchain technology raises novel issues for supervision. Yeah, well, let's put the same supervision on BlackRock. AI has been integrated into financial markets, including brokerage apps, compliance programs. Really? Yeah. And why? And that gives them more of an advantage because we don't have the same tools. It just makes that divide even worse. These guys are freaking clowns, guys. It's so bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Alan, exactly, bro. That's what I fear. Like, I fear that people are going to start, like, this is going to get so bad in a couple of years. And these boomers that just they're not going to stop. Like, at what point is there an age limit for Congress? Like, no other time in history did someone spend a life term in these positions. Like, some of these people have been in term longer than other people have been born. Like, it's crazy. And it's got to end. And I hope it doesn't end up like that, bro. People get so mad that it just ends up, with people hanging on the streets. And it's almost like the system is encouraging that. I know for a fact that I don't get Twitter trolls. I don't get hit with, like, if you go look at the bigger influencers, all of their comments are like, look at AMKTC coin or Mr. Betsy, help me out. And I got 80 Bitcoin from her. Call this number. And it's like threads of bullshit. Well, I don't get that spam. I don't get any of those guys, any of that nonsense. And I know for a fact that on those channels, 80% of the comments are bots and not real people. And they go in there and troll, stir you up. It's like the most narcissistic gamma person in the world was in control of the algorithm. It's really bad. It's bad now. People are noticing. Yeah, bro. I was reading this really interesting thing that allegedly the Knights Templars are still out there and they have a lot of ancient tech and they're just waiting to release it to the public. And by 2030, they said all of the lies, all the truth, all the 7-Eleven job interview, all that stuff is going to come out. Iraq, all the truth by 2030. And we have a choice that the world is either going to descend into chaos and anarchy, or it's going to be the moment of revelation. And then, good wins, the meek inherit the earth, and the snake continues to eat itself in Babylon. I think that's where we're going, bro. And you could see how hard with the algorithms, with the shadow banning, with the trolls, with the bots, how hard they push for division, for controversy, for just instant gratification. Mr. Beast, millions of dollars here, instant win $1 million, Your dad goes to work and makes 100 grand a year. What a piece of shit. What a loser. Mr. Beast just gave this guy $1 million. Like, this is shown to all these kids. It's so bad. And it's why it's so important that all the profits that I make this cycle, I'm going to buy land. I'm going to start a homestead. I'm going to start farming. I'm going to start local food supply chains, local homeschooling, the shit that matters. And yeah, that's the important stuff. They make fun of us. Yeah, exactly. They make fun of us about our digital money while they talk about the golden days of going to playing golf on the moon. Like, they're so delusional. It's insane. Yeah, it is, bro. And how long can you suppress it for, though? That's the thing. Once you hear something one time, you can't ever unhear it. That's the beautiful thing. So all these people can lie to you, but once you hear something, you never unhear it. And that is the truth. So yeah, I think it's only a matter of time, guys. Mike Cagney, I'm bringing everything on chain. We know this is coming. I mean, it's all about control at the end of the day. That's why we need to front run on it, profit, and get away from it, and then not talk about it. Like, if we get tokenization of everything, it's the ultimate. They get to see every transaction on an open ledger. That's like Larry Fink gets boners for that. Being able to see everything, all control with AI running, monitoring everything. But I don't know. If you live in a rural place where internet is terrible, how do they enforce this on you? They don't have the internet to do this yet. The infrastructure is not there yet. Unless they do, they just haven't turned it on. I don't know. But, this is coming. Everything on chain. And I'm going to listen to this weekend. It's my homework. The everything platform. I mean, this is crazy here. How everything will be traded on day without the need for third-party brokers or lenders. Like, how much money do these scumbags extract from hardworking Americans? It happened to me with my accountant. He was our family accountant for 15 years. And I had an IRA there. And I would go meet with him once a year, go over everything. And like every other year, he would have this new fund to get into, or this new opportunity, or this or that. So, yeah, that sounds good. I'll try that. I not until 2020 did I know that every time he opened up one of those accounts, he was getting another point for himself. So I went from like 3 mutual funds to spread out over 11 or 12 of them in the 16 or 18 years. I had an account there. And I asked my friend, to Tommy D, I was like, bro, how many accounts should I have been in with this amount of money? And he was like, a third of that. So when times were bad, they had a little trick up their sleeve. Adam, we got this great new product for you. It's going to do great, 8% next year. Oh, awesome. I'm in. Thank you. Cha-ching. All right, there's my membership for Country Club membership and my new driver. All right, next. It's disgusting. Can't wait for these cocksuckers to be gone. You ever notice when you watch a TV advertisement for like a wealth advisor or whatever, they always are in a giant room or a huge fancy chair or something to distract you. So when like you go there and you talk to them, you don't sit there and ask them the important shit. You shoot the shit for a half hour, you look around, and it's a complete distraction from what's going on. They're like magicians. Like, seriously, they're magicians that are there to steal your money. And it's bad, guys. So I'm going to listen to this weekend. Institutionalization. Jesus, that's a tongue twister of crypto. Like, how long have I been talking about institutional DeFi and the Hex Trust? Yeah, where's the Hex Trust? And how long have I been talking about this? MetaMask Institutional and all these intermediaries that are coming. And how you can already do this right now, but they make it seem like, oh, it's highly illegal. It's so risky. But if you're an institution, a fund manager, an insurance broker, yeah, we got products for you, no problem. It's such a joke, guys. The hypocrisy. Oh yeah, staking, earn staking rewards while we're suing ETH for being a potential security and all this. Yep. But if you're an institution, come on down. Guys, the hypocrisy, it's insane. The benefits of staking. Gary's going to tell you how risky it is and how bad it is and how it's a threat to the U.S. economy when you can make more than you can on these shitty bonds. Man, it's whatever, guys. We can't lose. We cannot lose. We're front running all them in the best projects. Look at Propy. You want to buy a house? You want to right now? You own your own property. You can go buy the deed on Propy to your own real estate. Now you own the NFT, all that shit to your house on chain. That's pretty cool. Creo staking just came out. They have AI building in there. OXO, AI narrative, Realio, absolute gem, down like 50%. It's up 812% on the year, and we're down 12x right now from the top, from when we got in. So, guys, we don't miss. Polytrade, same thing. Up. We got in at 8 cents last year, or 9 cents. Did a 30x. While staking, all that's opening up right now. That marketplace we looked at last week, this shit is awesome. You can buy BlackRock funds that are tokenized, stocks, whiskey, Pokemon cards. This shit's awesome. Like Polytrade's an absolute gem. Everyone's sleeping on it. You know, the BitBoy is shilling you Ondo and Athena. Yeah, they're great. I bought them. But why the hell would you buy those now at $1 billion market cap when you got like Alliance Block, Clearpool, even Realio and Polytrade on these dips, way better plays. Sologenics, where that's going. But whatever. It is what it is. It's all meant for a reason. I guess when your IQ is below a certain level, you just resonate with BitBoy and you believe all the shit that comes out his mouth. You really believe like him and his little influencer battle with his picks. None of those assholes on any of there, none of them have a 120x. Any of those influencer things that BitBoy's been talking about, the influencer battle where he's in third place now, not one of those fuckers has 120x. I've given you 8 of them since October last year. Whatever. The receipts speak for themselves. And finally, guys, last week in tokenization. If you don't know about real world rwa.xyz, go to this website and sign up for it. It's awesome. They're going to have the tokenized real estate section coming soon. The stablecoins are out now. No way. Nice. There you go. All stablecoins. 156 billion. Almost all-time high. There was 177 in 2022. So we're about to pass that real soon. Well, most of it's on ETH, Binance, and then you treasuries, all the different chains. And it's really funny. They just gotta love blasting ETH up on here, and then they show BlackRock, that bottle fund that's now on Ethereum. It's like they put that out there and there was not a peep. It was the greatest thing ever. ArcX tokenizes a BlackRock fund on Hedera. HBAR's crucified. Hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. They're that scared of Hedera, guys. CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, all those places don't put hit pieces out unless they're really scared. Like that reveals your cards. Little gammas like that can't help but to yap and chirp the second they can. When someone's down, kick them real quick and run away. That's how they are. Like little ankle biting dogs. So sign up for that website, rwa.xyz, and get this newsletter. It's awesome. There's a 7-minute read right here. And it just comes through everything that's happened in the last week. Securitize is huge week. Bottle has an unprecedented growth since its launch in March, accumulating 375 million over this short period. So, right, Ondo's OUSG. is the largest holder of bottle. That's why I got Ondo the other day. It was on a dip. Like it's gonna do so good. It's like an easy 50x. So whatever. I figure Alluvium. I mean, I was up like over 2x on it. Whatever. I have a bunch of it on Pulse Chain. And if Pulse Chain does what I think, the PRCs all hit parity at some point. I mean, I gotta think with Alluvium being such a small supply of like 14 or 21 million, whatever it is, that over on Pulse Chain, that thing should pump hard. So especially with the Alluvium's metaverse, all that they're putting out there. Once Pulse Chain pumps and people know that they got their copy over there, I just know people are gonna come over. So you just gotta have faith in and just believe, guys. Know what you're doing, have a plan, believe in it, and just know you're smarter than these dumbasses out here. Like it really isn't that hard. Right now with Stacks, the Nakamoto upgrade just came through. I was doing transactions on that wallet a couple weeks ago, and it was taking like up to 2 hours to do a swap. And now after this Nakamoto upgrade just came through, it's way quicker. So this is the wallet right here. Xverse. That's a wallet you want. And then you just get Stacks on any exchange and just send it in there. And then you could swap it for all the different memes in here. So I got Rock. I got Corgi. Oh, come on. Which I got Rock. I got Welsh Corgi. I got Fox Inu. I got Play. And then a couple ordinals. Like, oh, there's Corgi. And then Org, ORNG, Orange, and one other one. So I don't know. I bought like $100 or 6 or 7 of them, and I have no idea. And then you just, it is what it is. I think Stacks is gonna blow up again. Sui now is blowing up again. So we saw memes go over there. So it's like cycles, guys. Solana blows up, then Base blows up, then it moves over to Degen Chain, then it moves over to Stacks, then it moves over to Mantle or whatever. And we're able to front run these and kind of beat, like what Moonbee Roots is doing, moving around to chain, trying to just front run the degens. And it's been, Chris been crushing it on Sui with Suicune, all those memes. So after seeing that, I was like, shit, I'm not missing out on this next run. So memes it is what it is, guys. Love it or hate it, they bring people over to the chain. People just ask, what's the meme over there? What's the and if you don't have it, it's you're gonna be at a big disadvantage. Like that's one thing that with Flare I was looking at today on Deck Screener, that there's no meme over there really. There's like Flare Inu and Poodle Coin, but there's really no volume. So you're not going to get any degens. You're not really going to get the money over there, but that's all right. They're going to launch a futures commodities exchange. So it's like for now, we got our bags packed. There's nothing we can do to like focus on Flare now. These other coins, we have our bags packed. We're staked. We're earning our interest. Like that's where you sit back and just relax. There's nothing else to do. You did your homework. Now you get to reap your rewards and sit back and just be patient. And that's where like it's time to look into maybe some memes, load up on the last year AI plays. Because I really think we're close to taking off. Bitcoin, obviously, we could just chop sideways, come back down one more time. It's in the cards. We could take off tomorrow. It's in the cards. We could chop sideways for 2 weeks. Like anything's possible, guys. Nobody knows. And you got to just have that plan. And like Raul Paul says, don't fuck it up. It really is that simple. So that's what I'm doing on Stacks. Not much else really going on. That's all I got for tonight. Smash that like button, guys. Or don't. I don't give a shit. I'm never going to get monetized. So it ain't about that. I don't give a shit about the numbers. I'd rather fly under the radar and not deal with any trolls or any nonsense. So appreciate the support. Alan, Bobby, Goo God, Caparanga, Hex Glenn, Fox Mulder. You guys are the best. See you tomorrow night.